Hi, everybody. This is Mark Thompson with our Pong Prudent interview series. Today with Ernesto Ebuen, who is downtown in Manhattan, the Lower East Side. There, Ernesto, you're right in the middle of it. First of all, welcome to our Pong Prudent interview series.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. It's good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Why don't we start right to it with the situation with COVID-19 in New York City? It's no secret that New York City has been really the epicenter in the United States of America with respect to the epidemic. Certainly had the early trials and tribulations. I'm hoping that things are better today in New York City.
Indeed, yeah, Mark, it is much better. Our governor has done a tremendous, amazing job in keeping COVID relatively low in cases. In deaths. We had a huge number of deaths, but yeah, he's been strict in implementing those guidelines. So we are in a good place right now, and hopefully we could go even better. So compared to other states, I think New York City is doing really, really well.
Well, Ernesto, obviously you're well known in the table tennis community. You've been around a long time, been in New York City for quite a while as well. What's the tenor of the people in New York City right now? Are they ready? I'm sure they are. But are they ready to get back to life as normal?
Yeah, I think most of New Yorkers are ready, but also at the same time very careful. So I think they are not underestimating what we just had, or what just happened. So they are ready to get back to the new normal, but safely as well.
You talk about being careful. One of the reasons we have you on today in this Pong Prudent interview series is you've started a new program there in New York City. You call it pingpod, and I think it's very exciting. It's very unique. It's first of all, why don't we just start by describing what is pingpod?
Yeah, so we started this business, pingpod. Pingpod is the concept at the back of it is we are building a network of autonomous table tennis on demand studio all over New York. And if we are successful, we'll go around the world and big cities. Um, so when I mention autonomous, it is basically run by technology. We don't have any employee inside. You just need to do your reservation through your smartphone, and with after making reservation, you get your there there's your entry to the facility. And when I mentioned we're building a network, we're building not only just one, but we're trying to build a ping pod studio about like a dozen in New York City. Think of it like a Starbucks. Like in every neighborhood, you don't need to travel 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get your coffee from Starbucks. In every neighborhood, there will be a ping pod. So that's what we're trying to do. We try to put it in the retail spaces. We want people to have better awareness about table tennis, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's more of technology. We are we are very deep in our technology in terms of running ping pod.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you're actually at one of the facilities right now, and it looks beautiful. It's got that feel, kind of mid American modern century feel to it, kind of with the straight lines,
Correct.
real cool look. With the I see the red table there. Is it a concept, Ernesto, where it is more or less just like one table or a limited number of tables, a smaller space where people reserve a time to come in and play with their buddies?
Exactly. We're almost open 24 hours. That's why it's table tennis on demand. No employee. It's called it's a small format compared to a bigger format that we are all used to. Like table tennis is more of normal regular clubs has like 8 or 10 uh, uh, tables, while in ping pong it's going to be 3 or 4 tables only. But instead of big, we are small, but many
Many,
networks, many
yes.
many branches. So you don't, there will be no scarcity in facility. So that's what we're trying to do. And
Well, it's certainly consistent with the theme that I noticed on your website for fun, for fitness, for everyone, that you're
correct.
trying to expand table tennis, not only from a sport that has a pretty limited number of persons involved in it, but to actually to reach out to people who traditionally might play ping pong in their basement, but to find a fun space that they could go with their friends and actually play out in the public, out in these commercial areas.
Exactly. So exactly the way we pick our real estate is we look for an open, like an all glass facade, and in a retail space wherein when people walk, they could actually see table tennis being played. Because just table tennis sport, just like the ping pong itself, it's an amazing advertising. It's a marketing. Right now, whenever you are in ping pod, like you would like in 1 hour there would be like at least below 10 people would like snap a picture of you guys playing, take a video of you guys playing. I can show you what it
Yeah,
looks like from the
absolutely.
outside. So this is our second pod where I'm like located in the second floor.
Right.
So over here you can actually, people could see you when you play. So that's exactly what
No
we're
better
trying to do.
advertisement than that. I mean, people see it, they
X
see it's fun, they're going to want to come in themselves.
Exactly. So that's the way we are trying to approach the sport, and we're trying to popularize the sport. It's just table tennis is lovely. Once you give it a chance, like 1 week or 2 weeks, you're hooked for life. So you're a customer for life already.
Mark Thompson here with Ernesto Ebuen. He's in New York City. I'm here in Colorado Springs. We're doing another one of these interviews. This one we call Pong Prudent. And along those lines, Ernesto, I know that safety of the participants is a real big issue for you. I looked on the website. You talk about the COVID-19 restrictions and requirements in New York City, which you got to believe are the most really intense in the world. It looks like you're trying to do all you can to accommodate those restrictions, to accommodate the safety of the participants at Ping Pod.
Correct. Again, we are excited to go back. New Yorkers are excited to go back, but at the same time, we wanted to make it be very, very careful. Safety is our foremost important to our customers, to our guests, to our friends, to our family. So we have instilled all precautions, and we are very strict in following all the guidelines we have in our website and in our reservation. So right now you are only allowed to do reservation between just 3 people. So you could observe social distancing. We have ball rotations. We have cleaners, regular cleaners coming in. We also have UV infrared, UV light. We have HEPA filter. So we everything we have it over here. So you are totally. It can never be as safe as in ping pong anymore. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys have thought through all of the issues related to COVID-19 and the pandemic. One issue you obviously thought through as well is that the younger generation, they do everything on the phone anyway. So the capacity to be able to make your reservation and set your table and set your time with your friends and get to ping pong just by your app, to me, seems to be an ingenious way of making it very easy for people to access your facilities.
Correct. And it you cannot just walk in anymore because you cannot go inside the door without the reservation. You won't be able to get in. So it is not like a traditional club that is like everybody would just walk in and there's no safety guidelines anymore. So, but here in Ping Pod, you are strictly monitored 24 hours by real people, and if you don't adhere to our guidelines, you will hear from intercom that you are they're putting warning signs or gonna give warning signs to you. So yeah, that's very we got to make use of our technology. We got to incorporate technology to the sport that we love and to be able to move forward. So we are very confident that in pingpod we'll be able to succeed, and we'll be able to keep our customers, our friends, and our family safe.
Mark Thompson here with Ernesto Ebuen. He's in New York City. I'm in Colorado Springs. We're in our Pong Prudent interview series. You know, Ernesto, a lot of people know you as a coach in the sport of table tennis, but there's an equally large number of people know you as a player. And I love the story of you as a player. You're from the Philippines. You were a number one player in the Philippines before coming over to the United States. As I understand it, it was not an easy road. It wasn't something that just somebody rolled a red carpet out for you and said, here's the road to the top. Take it. The grit, the determination, the effort, the enthusiasm that you put into the sport was evident throughout your entire playing career.
It is correct. Thank you for that. It was not easy, definitely, and it continued to be not easy. But I think
Right.
uh, it's it's just the way of life. I mean, if it's easy for everyone, or I think you can easily lose it. But if it's, if you work hard for it, your dedication, you put your time to it, I think good things will happen. I'm fortunate enough, that I have great friends, great support system, and it didn't happen just because of myself. Family, friends played the big role in when I was playing, and even now I'm coaching, and even now I'm in being a business entrepreneur. So I take all those things that I learned as a player, as a coach, and now I'm doing it as a co-owner of the business. So, yeah.
Well, I think the last time I saw you play, actually, I was serving as a pseudo broadcaster or commentator, whatever you want to call it, at the I think it was 2018 U.S. Nationals, and we did a match between you and Yu Jie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, where I recall that Yu Jie was playing super. He was just really on his game. I think he went out 3-0 on you, and I think that's where we saw the best of you come out. That you actually showed that, and this is what I love about really high quality elite table tennis players. I don't care if your back's to the wall, if they're about to push you off the edge of the cliff. It was what I see is really the good players, like Kanak Ja, player I know you've played before. When they are it looks like everything is against them. All of a sudden, that's when they play their best. That's what I noticed out of you in that match that day.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just more of like the mentality of an athlete. You never give up until it's really done. So I think it transcends to everyone that plays the sport, not only in table tennis, but if in all aspect of sport, they are ingrained in them to like just keep going.
You know, Ernesto, I think some time ago, a filmmaker was making a documentary about your life, and I think the title that he had chosen was "Smashing Poverty," which I think is consistent with this entire theme of what you're doing here in New York City with Ping Pod, what you did during your career as a player, trying to, I think, be a mentor, a leader in the community, and in a way to see that there is, the economic possibilities in the sport of table tennis.
Believe me, I continue to be an ambassador of those qualities. Um, Table tennis has played a big an integral part of my life, and it continues to do so. It helps me when I was studying, when I was an athlete, and even up to now. And it doesn't just help me, but it helps my family. It helps my relatives. I was able to reach out more, and I was able to co-found charity in New York City and in Philippines, wherein we provide table tennis training, free training to indigent kids, to poor kids, and be able and teach them to be able to use table tennis as a tool to smash poverty or conquer poverty, wherein they could get free ride of scholarship in their while they're playing for the school, and be able to find work through table tennis. And if it's for them, they could be a professional table tennis, uh, not as a player, but as a coach or a business person. So uh, it's just table tennis. For me, I think it's just not the sport. It transcends, or it's more than sports to me now. So and I want to impart that to the kids, to the youth. So, and by doing that, I think we'll be successful in creating good citizen in the future, and we'll be assured that we're, we'll be in safe hands in the future.
Well, Ernesto Ebuen, you are certainly a great role model, mentor, business person, and I appreciate your time on our Pong Prudent interview series. I want to wish you the best with Ping Pod. I think it's a great idea. I think it fits the 21st century perfectly for this sport. I think you're out ahead of the curve again, Ernesto, and I want to thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, and I wish everybody safe during this time, and continue to be safe, and hope to see you guys back in the tournament, and hopefully we'll be able to uh, see each other again soon.
Be safe, Ernesto, and thank you again for your time.
You too, man.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.